This is the challenge. Battle for a new champion.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new season of the challenge. Battle for a new champion. Welcome to the Right Reality Podcast. My name is Steven.
And my name is Mixie. As Steven said, it is episode 1 of season 39 of the challenge, Battle for a New Champion. This one is called Teamwork Makes the Perfect Work.
I hope we get quotes from people for the season titles. And
yes.
What a shot across the bow of the Right Reality to begin with. They're just like, oh, you like doing quote of the week? That was your thing that you used to do a long time, and you kind of went away from that. We're just going to do that as our episode title since you don't look at our episode titles.
Yeah.
You know what?
Uh-huh.
Well done. Well done. Nicely done. Nicely done. We'll see if you bring back previously on. I don't think you will, cowards.
I don't feel good about that. They're not coming back with that.
And honestly, easier for us.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what? We don't want it. We don't need it. Yeah.
We don't need you.
We don't care. Yeah, we don't need it. So don't do it. Definitely don't do it. Whatever.
Don't
we'll
do
just
it.
Sit here. No, we're good.
It's not a fun thing that we'd like to do. We are happy that you got rid of it. So
it makes our life so much easier. Yeah. So just continue not to do it. Well, hello everybody. If this is your first time finding us at the beginning of season 39, thank you for being here. What a great way that you found us at the beginning of the season of the number one podcast of the challenge. Buckle in, because this is a different show than the other ones you've been listening to. All those NPR podcasts about the challenge, buckle the fuck in, because we get going here, baby. This is great. There is how many people on this show, Mixie? How many people? Just roughly.
Oh, I think he did say it exactly. 24?
Well, I was going to have you say
too many goddamn people.
Too many goddamn people.
Too many goddamn people. I mean,
a lot of people.
I knew that Horacio was on this season, and I saw him twice. And I kept being like, where is Horacio? Where is he?
Where is he in his abs?
Yeah. There were so many people that I was like, they're on this show. Where's Nerys? Where is Olivia? Where are the people that I would like to see? Now, I did see Berna Bertha a lot.
Oh, Berna Bertha. Welcome
Berna
back,
Bertha's
Berna
back.
Bertha. Not a great episode for Berna Bertha.
No. She is somehow doing worse this season already than last time. But yeah, way too many motherfucking people on this goddamn show. And way too many... There's tiers now or levels. What was he referring to? And then there's going to be way too many goddamn motherfucking people on the show later.
Yeah, I think there's tiers. So basically, you have to be very familiar with how airline miles work, I guess is what's going to happen. What tier, if you're at, platinum level rewards, if you're a Marriott Gold Rewards member or a Hertz Silver member. Whatever your tier level is, it's big in credit cards and stuff like that. So they just brought it right over to the challenge. It's not confusing at all. But it's okay. We'll figure it out. I'm sure we'll have 37 episodes for us to figure it out this year.
Yeah.
Because it appears we're getting rid of one person at a time. So long time to go. Lots of people to potentially get rid of in order for us to figure this out.
With one winner...
That's what I was about to say. Let's set down some ground rules here, basically, at the beginning of the season. There'll be one winner, male or female.
Mm-hmm.
Co-sign or do not co-sign on this idea, Mixie?
I like the concept. The execution is going to be, there's going to be all men in the final. Or like mostly men in the final. And it will be a male winner. I will happily be wrong if that is not the case. Happily.
You're an ally.
Well, no, I'm just saying we all know that that's what's going to happen. We all know it's going to be a dude, right? Like, we're not going to play this game. Or are we going to play this pretend game where there's a chance?
Listen. For the way we need to look in front of anybody who potentially just found us, I think we need to appear that we're allies, okay?
You're right. You're right.
We're allies to male, females, or they, thems, And,
Yes.
we'll just, there's a potential that anybody can win. Let the best human being win. That might be a man. Who I don't know. It could be. I don't know.
But women are just as good.
Keep going. That's one good thing. You got another one?
And they're strong. And they're brave.
Oh, always brave.
They're not going to beat the men to be the winner of season 39. I want to be wrong.
The last thing was not being an ally, though.
But it is an ally because self-awareness.
Oh, yes. 99% of women are self-aware. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Generalizing women, also great ally moves. Make sure to continue to do that.
Oh, damn it.
I want to be wrong. And I'm not saying that there isn't some great deserving women on this season. I want to see Berna Bertha do really well. I want to see Michelle do really well. If Berna Bertha makes it past episode 4, I'm going to be so proud of her.
Shocked, by the way. Shocked if she makes it past episode 4. I didn't think she'd make it past the halfway point of this episode, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, the bed situation almost took her out.
Ooh. It was first the bed. I was like, oh, she wants to be in there. And then she was crying in a bed, episode 1, and I was like, Berna Bertha.
Digging holes immediately. And then when she does get in conversations with people, she's so defensive. There was at one point she was talking to Colleen. And she was like, I don't want your advice. That's not why I'm here. It's like, okay, just don't even pretend to what? Okay.
Colleen was on the last season, Ride or Dies, for maybe 10-ish episodes. It took me 8 of them to figure out if she was Colleen or if the other person was Colleen.
Yes, it did. You kept calling Kim Colleen and Colleen Kim.
Yes, I did do that, which is, again, not a big ally move. But again, if you're new, stick with us. Big allies over here. Okay? Big allies. We learned within the first 10 seconds of Colleen being on this season, and this gives me great hope, that she has a real job outside of here. She is a psychologist, and using those psychologist skills is going to be great on the show. Something, again, that would have been great to learn about her in the 10-ish episodes that she was on last time, and not whether her name was Kim or Colleen.
I will say, I think that we got a bit more information about multiple people in this episode than we typically do on the challenge. And we've discussed this, especially with USA, where they kind of fixate on 1 or 2 people in an episode. This one, I learned about Colleen. I learned about Callum. I learned about Siren. I'm sorry if these names are incorrect.
Siren? There's somebody from American Gladiators on there.
Siren? Is that not how you say his name?
Kieran.
We're going to say it wrong. I found out Big T, people think that she has a strategy. I learned a lot of things about multiple people, and I was happy to have that. So a grain of salt. Are there too many motherfucking people on this goddamn show? Yes. Did I at least learn a little bit about a couple of them? Yes. And I'll take that W.
That's good. There was an episode 0, you guys, that we chose not to review and or watch yet, where I'm sure we do learn more about these people. Did you? Yes, ma'am. Yes, go ahead. Did you watch?
No, but
okay.
This is just a bit of information on TV. If you have to have an episode 0 to introduce the amount of people that are on your show to everyone, Steven,
there's too many motherfucking people on the show.
Yes.
Hey, look at us.
Shouldn't need to put an extra episode that you named episode 0 to introduce us to everyone. That's what the show's for.
All those things. Or here's an idea. Maybe because, again, you're on MTV and you don't have any structural bounds to your primetime programming.
Yes.
Except for our Lord and Savior, Rob Deerdeck. Make it a 2-hour episode. You know?
Also that.
Yeah, bow down to your Lord and Savior, Rob Deerdick. Also your tribal chief. Acknowledge him.
I'll praise the ridiculousness. Thank you for allowing us to watch the challenge for this little bit of time. We appreciate you.
Yes. We bow down to your DC hat. We bow down. We bow down and we appreciate you. So let's get in to other things that I enjoyed out of the gate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Out of the gate, I'm all in on Assaf. I'm all in on Assaf.
Couldn't agree more. Big fan.
Now, you might ask me, Steven, is it because him and Jay are really good buddies? You know, he's got a kid at home.
Yeah, he's carrying that Corey cross of I have a kid at home.
Yeah, which we got in episode 1, by the way. Appreciate that. Just putting that out there. And that Jay was maybe going to be his godfather. Also, that's a shot. That's a shot.
Yeah, he wasn't. Why?
Yeah, well, you picked somebody else and then don't say he almost was. You know? Like, if you came to me and you were like, hey, listen, I didn't make you godfather, but you were close.
You were right there.
I didn't want to know that.
Put in a bunch more effort next time, and maybe next time you'll get him.
Yeah. You know, next time I might have a kid. Maybe you. Just gotta work harder at being a better friend.
Yeah.
That is not why I'm all in on Assaf. I'm all in on Assaf because the first time they showed us Assaf said, wow, wow, wee, wow, and tried to do a Borat impression, and immediately I am Team Assaf. That's all it took.
He seems like he's going to be a real, real good time. And
God
he was on another season prior, because I remember looking through this cast when my brother was in town. He's a huge challenge guy. He was like, oh, you're going to love Assaf. He was so much fun before. I'm so glad he's back. So he must have been gone for a while?
He was gone. He's been gone for a good bit, yeah. It's been, well, hold on. He's been gone for a bit if you look at how many seasons we've had.
That's fair.
I think it's just been like 2 regular seasons of the challenge, 2 flagship seasons.
That's totally fair.
To me, it feels like 8 years. Gone.
I would agree with that. I thought it was really funny that he was like, yeah, I live in an apartment with my kids, so I really got to bring this money home. Did anything in you kind of trigger to be like, have you thought about a job?
No, it didn't. It didn't right away, because I have to assume he already thought of that, because I'm Team Assaf, so I will not be slandering Assaf. And anyways, how dare you try to get me to slander him?
It's not really slander. It was more just the way that he said it. That he was like, we're in an apartment with this kid. I need the money, so that's why I'm going to win. Just made me think.
He thinks that that's the only way he can get money?
Yeah, it was
okay.
sort of kind of the way that he said it. And I was like, jobs exist, but you do you, and I'm rooting for you. I am. I want him to go. I want him to go far. I want him to do well.
I would like you to know that this will be a pro-Assaf podcast. Pro-Assaf podcast. If you have any issues with that, qualms, quarrels with that, we don't want to hear them, okay?
How could anybody not like this guy?
Great question. Great question. And if you're asking, is this the only thing I banked it on? Him saying wow, wow, wee, wow, and doing a Borat impression within the first 5 seconds of him being on camera? The answer is, again, yes. Okay?
As it should be. They slept in the arena.
Love it.
Is that a thing that has happened in the past?
No.
They were just like, the house isn't ready. We haven't flipped it from USA season 2. The cleaners are still inside, so we got to have you sleep out in the arena. Did Michelle even get on a plane, or did she just stay there?
Oh. Can you imagine if she got on a plane?
They didn't even attempt to adjust the fucking elimination arena either. The exact same setup.
Well, I at first thought, Mixie, I was like, oh, that's the same setup. Oh, okay, I guess this is going to be our, like,
down.
Yeah, I was like, oh, maybe this is going to be our setup, for the next couple of years. Like models of cars, it's the front of cars for a few years. They're like, oh, this is going to be our little thing. This is what the arena is going to look like. And then when they did the helicopter shot over the house, I go, oh, no, we're in the same city. And I feel like I knew that because TJ, when he was posting his stories, was like in the same place for too long. And I feel like I somewhat remember something about that they were filming in the same location. Honestly, smart.
It is smart. I don't know why they haven't done this more often. They should build a house and build an arena and do
my goodness, 6
or 7 seasons there. Now, I know that would really only get them through a year because of all their goddamn spinoffs.
I'm totally almost spit.
I think it'd be
That's
worth
what Survivor's done now, basically. It's in the same location.
I don't think that it affects things that much to like change locations.
Well, it's not like they're going out. I feel like there's probably only a finite amount of things like you can do in certain cities and stuff like that in terms of like the space that they have to do stuff. But now we're getting too much in the weeds. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I will say it does appear that they did change the wallpaper in the house, which is a nice little touch.
Love that. I think they painted the challenge, the logo on the outside of the house too.
I like that. That's a nice little touch as well because they're going to be there for 6 months. So.
And that's why they slept in the arena. So the paint wasn't dried.
Paint was not dried. Which allowed a great, apparently, outdoor party to take place on the sand, which included some makeouts that we saw in the countdown leading up to the season. We had Olivia and Colleen makeout.
Yes, we did. We did get an Olivia and Colleen makeout. It was nice.
Wow.
It was very nice.
Didn't see that coupling up. Love it.
This whole intro is very 24 to me. Remember 24 with the time clicking and like the black and white? Just show me the party. I don't know how many times we have to beg you guys to just show us the fun parts of this game and like when they're having a good time. And yes, do we get clips? Yes, I appreciate that. And I guess I shouldn't bite the hand that's finally feeding me something, but I'm gonna be greedy. Just give it to me, please.
I feel like you could have, again, you made this an hour and a half, which is our format on MTV. You could have made the premiere 2 hours and given us 30 minutes of what episode 0 is. Give me the good party shit. Give me the makeout. Give me Kieran making out with another dude who we assume was who, Mixie?
I think it was Huey. I'm pretty sure it was
Huey. We assume it's Huey, which is great.
Happy to have him back.
Kieran, Kieran's great. I like him a lot. He's a nerd, as much as like a hot guy can be a nerd. And he was in the military, but I mean,
big fan.
Let's just come down to the brass tacks of this. He's just fucking hot.
He's also really hot. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. In the military, covered in tattoos. He's fucking hot. My guy's doing work, okay?
Fan.
My guy's doing work out there.
Big fan.
Sorry. And he's got an accent.
And he's somehow
dropping everywhere.
Pulling off these neck tats.
It's very tough to do. It's a
very
tough
hard
move,
to do.
But he's a professional.
He still looks like cute and sweet with these hardcore neck tats. Impressive, man. Really, really impressive.
Really well done. And then Mr. TJ shows up out of nowhere. He runs us down over the one winner thing. The other thing I wanted to say about the one winner, I feel like this would have been a better thing to lay out
later,
right before the final starts. Right? I understand that this is going to like shape the way maybe people play the game, but I love a big thing like that towards the end. We got it at the front. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're holding the past winners stuff. I think that they're trying to hold that as a twist, but we as an audience know about it. I mean, this is the same thing with what happened with Ride or Dies, when like we knew that they were at this house that we never got to see. So the big twist that it was for them when they found out these people were still there didn't come to us. And same thing. I mean, they told him, but even if they hadn't told him and we were the only ones that knew there was just one winner, I still don't think it's a good call. It's just, I agree that that's a big twist that would have been nice to reveal at level 3, which I hate these levels.
Conquest. It's level 3 is Conquest. I wrote it down.
That's great. It's stupid. I don't like levels. I'm out on the levels. It's a no-go for your girl.
Mixie is not a level girl. She wants to make it very clear from the get-go.
I like Levels by Avicii. Great song. Outside of that, not into levels.
She's not into it, so don't ask her about it, okay? Just move on with your life. Don't ask her about any leveling, okay?
Do you like this whole thing?
I am interested to see how it plays out. I'm going to give it an okay for now because I don't know what it's going to bring in terms of like this game being different, which, hey, they're at least trying to do something different. And I'll give it credit for that. We'll see on the execution, but sometimes the execution can be blamed on production, and sometimes it's blamed on production because the cast members figure out the way to game the system. Mm-hmm. But I see what it's working towards. You can add money to the bank.
Yes.
The vets are going to come in out of nowhere on chaos, where you have to protect your money, he said, which basically means you're going to be voted in. You're going to have like a $25,000 bounty on your head or something like that. That person can come in, kick you out of the game, and take $25,000 and go, see you later. And it comes out of your bank account. That's great. I like that.
Yes.
We'll see how it goes. I do like how it can lead to great puns and great names of dailies, which, I mean, it's called Hole Control.
You know, I was a fan of the title. I was also thoroughly impressed at my guy, Mr. TJ, Hall of Fame BMX legend, who sometimes handles. This guy had a fucking Shakespearean speech at the beginning of this episode. My dude had to say so much shit, and there was no body of water by him to scream at, and he powered through that, and he looked great.
Usually the body of water does give him life.
It does. Or explosions. He didn't get that either.
He got none of those.
And he powered through. And I do think it is important that we talk about that. And also, before we go into this, will we even refer to it as a daily? This team money grab situation?
I mean, semantically, I guess it's still a daily. It's still a daily. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Callum? What's his name?
Callum.
I don't think I have ever heard a voice that does not match a face or body more than this man. I heard it and I was like, oh, okay, who's this guy? And then they because it was his voice first, and then they showed him in the ITM, and I was like, what?
Who's that person?
Again, so hardcore looking. He's got face tats. He's got neck tats. He looks like he's such a hardcore dude. And then he's got this, he's so sweet, and he's got this little accent on him.
Well, he's a liar. Let's
We'll get to the liar part later. I'm talking about at this current moment.
He is a big fucking liar.
That's not going to play well out for him.
The last 2 episodes Michelle has been on this goddamn show, she got railroaded for not voting for Tori, which everybody wanted her to do, and then she get lied to by some guy right out of the gate.
Listen, I agree with that. And that's maybe we shouldn't trust him. Is that his real voice? Because it doesn't match.
You're right.
It doesn't match, and it threw me the fuck off.
Could be a fake voice. He's playing a long game. So
he is playing a long game.
With the tattoos removed, right? And they're like, "Oh, you sound like Callum." He's like, "I don't know what you're talking about," and he switches to a different voice.
I also saw very, very quick little tid. Raven picked her shirt up to wipe the rain off of her face. I see you matching your belly button ring to the color scheme of this season. She's got an orange belly button ring in, and I appreciate that. And I raise you a tip of the cap for your fashion statement. Thank you very much, Raven. Okay, we can talk about the daily now.
Raven, if you're listening, which you're probably not, but you might be, please don't message us and just randomly say that happened to be the color that you always have in, because we would like to think it matches, like you chose it on purpose, right?
Do you know information that this is like her belly button?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I'm just saying, if she's listening, or people who know her are listening, or like big fans of her are listening, don't like DM us and be like, oh, it's always orange. because we don't need to know that.
Yeah.
We just want to live in our bubble, okay? So
Yeah,
like,
I keep trying to
Debbie
make this
Downers,
fake
get outta
life
here.
that everybody else gets to live in happen for me.
Yeah.
So please don't burst it. Thanks.
Yeah, let us live in our delusional world, okay? That's what we're here for. We're big delusional world people on this show. So again, I have to laugh at the fact that the very first one is called hole control.
Incredible.
If you didn't laugh when TJ said hole control, don't think this is the right podcast for you.
No.
Hole control. You got to control your holes.
You got to pay the hole troll to get inside the control hole.
You gotta pay the troll toll if you want to get into that boy's hole.
That's one I definitely thought of. I also thought of Rafi from the league.
PYH. Protect your hole.
That's an
There's
ally.
one thing where he comes up with nunchucks and he goes, ladies, what is this? And one girl goes, nunchucks. He goes, incorrect. 2 dildos connected by a chain. And they want to get them both in you. You got to protect your holes. So I was already great on this. I don't really know what holes they were protecting in this, what holes they were controlling in this, but you know what? I appreciated the name, and sometimes those things don't have to align, and we just have to appreciate the joke.
I feel like pulling a hole would have been a better
Or
title. That
or muddy hole control. Glory hole hallway. Hole in the ground.
I missed the glory hole hallway. Bring back the glory hole hallway. The best of
one
times.
can dream.
The best of
One
times.
can dream. My goodness.
Ugh.
Okay, so the daily, everybody gets in this giant mud pit. Logistical thing I had in my head was this pit already here? Did they dig out this like 12-foot hole in the ground to do this? I don't want to know the answer either way. Awesome either way. And then everybody has to go in, and then we start lifting people out. Our boy Kieran's like, listen, I was in the military. This is what we're doing. I was like, fucking hot. Do your thing, my guy. Tell everybody what to do.
Yep.
Bertha's like, can you listen to me? I was not in the military, but I do like aerobic stuff.
Acrobatics.
Yeah. You do that, Bertha. Not everyone else. Okay? Like, sometimes it's better to just not say much, but that's Bertha, you know?
I feel like I need to make a statement about Bertha early.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I like her. And
Okay.
I'm gonna defend her a little bit, but she is already hitting a point by the end of this episode where I'm like, I don't know how long I can defend Bertha. So I'll let you all know now, right now, Team Bertha, the way things are looking. I shook the 8-ball and I looked at it and it said, outlook not so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
You've hit the iceberg. The ship is not going down, but it doesn't look good.
Yeah, the water is coming in at an alarming rate. But for
Michelle
right now,
and Huey later on were both like, I don't think I can be friends with her right now. This might be really bad for our game. And literally, I just got here.
yeah, it just, and they're trying to help her and she's yelling at him. I mean, do I understand the frustration of trying to talk and being talked over? Yes, happens to me way more than I would like to admit. But do I cry about it and just ruin everything else because of it? No. But you got this, Bertha. I feel like you made a little speech at the voting and you're like, I'm going to turn it around. I'm really rooting for you. Please, please, please. I like you.
Please try to turn it around, Bertha. Mixie is asking you about that. I think the other sign that the water was quickly filling up the boat was what we already mentioned. Colleen, the angel that she is, was like, hey, I can use my professional background to help you out. And she's like, how about you just shut the fuck up, Colleen?
Yeah.
And listen to me. I don't need professional advice on how I can get over this very stressful time in my life. I need you to just listen to me, okay? Colleen's like, well, all right, I guess, you know?
It's tough when all of these people are trying to help her and she's just like taking her fucking bulldozer and digging again and digging again. I'm just like, my guy.
Like, you're digging yourself in a hole, and I know you want to dig the hole, but you're also taking the dirt and you're putting it behind you, which means you're continuing to fill up the hole you're trying to dig out. So, you're not really doing a great thing for you. You're kind of disrespecting yourself in this moment, as a matter of fact. It's just a lot of disrespect to yourself. So don't do that.
Yeah, I give her about 3 more episodes at this current rate. I want to be wrong.
Okay. Speaking of disrespect, transition king. The level of disrespect that we did not get to see our girl Zaza until 17 minutes into this episode is disgraceful.
It's almost like there's too many people on this motherfucking show.
That would be it. That could do it.
That could do it.
That could do it real
There's
well.
a serious lack of the Zaza necklace as well. Where is it? Put it back on.
It was on. I saw it on. I definitely looked for it. But I wanted like a cinematic version of seeing the necklace.
It like catches the light.
Yeah. You don't see who this woman is? It's right there for you. It's right on that girl's necklace.
Zaza, baby.
17 minutes in. I wrote that down. I did not like that. Overall, Mixie, what did you think about this daily?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a first one, so I do think I feel like it was appropriately placed and appropriately difficult. The puzzle did seem to be pretty hard. I do think that it was a massive lack of communication as to why they didn't finish. If they had just laid all the polls out and figured them out first and then put them in.
There you go.
But I think that was just probably why they lost. I didn't mind it. Now, if this was on the Challenge USA, I think that this would have been like a fucking grade A,
This would have been the final.
Yes, this would have been the final. I think this, as the first daily, I'm not over the moon about it. I didn't think it was incredibly thought out and great, but I didn't hate it.
I think I wrote people getting out good. Puzzle, not so good. You're right. Start for the ends, work your way in just like a regular puzzle. Somebody needed to step up and go, guys, everybody just needs to shut the fuck up. Mm-hmm. And they were doing well until the too many fucking people on the show showed up after getting lifted out of the thing. And they were all like, I know what to do. Pop, put the thing in, which was not the thing to do in that set of circumstances.
And especially those polls seemed really hard to get out. So if they had not put them in the holder right away, they could have moved some stuff around a lot faster.
They could have worked from both sides and had 3 people. Hey, did we agree that this is the next one? Yes. Oh, we don't have it. Let's look at this pile over here. And everybody else just backed the fuck off. Because I felt like there might have been enough time, but once you started messing 1 or 2 of them up, now you've lost all the time you need to. In terms of this being a good way of setting up the idea of what these dailies are going to appear to be, which is all we're working together on these things. Control is going to be team dailies to add money to the bank. That's the idea of what this is going to be, I think, right?
Yeah.
We're going to have team dailies up until chaos where you have to protect the money. And then Conquest is going to be our traditional, we're all against each other to see who gives elimination. That's what I'm guessing. I think this is a good way of setting it up. See who's strong, see who's weak, see if you can blame these people, see if you can't. No money. Money's gone. TJ was kind of a little upset about that, which I like.
Yeah, he was mad.
Money's gone. Money's gone. Climb out of a hole and build a puzzle. Disrespecting me, Mr. TJ.
That whole thing. I loved the beginning part too when he had his whole speech. he was like yelling at points and then not yelling at points, and it rained out of nowhere, and he's screaming and then he's not screaming. If you have ever heard us talk about when we know Mr. TJ has done ADR and when it's in person and you're like, how can they tell? How can they tell? Replay that. Replay that whole first section and you tell me if you can't figure out what was said in person and what was not.
One thing he did say, since we're talking about this, and I was going to let it slide, but since we're talking about it, Mr. JJ was saying, okay, the first thing you have to do is get everybody into the hole, and then you got to get everybody out of the hole, and I was snickering. And then he said, you're going to use the poles that were in the hole, and I laughed even more, to make, I believe the quote was, a nice photo or a nice picture.
Yes, he did say picture.
But he used the word nice. He goes, it's
Yeah.
going to make a nice picture.
When put together properly, will form a nice image.
Interesting word choice. I don't know why it's going to make something. Mm-hmm. A nice picture. Okay. That's fine. You know what? He might just be a little off the game out of the gate, you know?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I feel like I was just here. Is this Groundhog's Day? And they're like, no, it's a new season. He's like, oh, are we in the same country? They're like, of course we are. Same budget. He's like, great.
Yeah.
I like what this got us because it got us a fail, which is great. And now people are going to start yelling at each other for fucking up. So I think it accomplished what they wanted it to accomplish. Mm-hmm. They wanted it to be chaos. They knew what the fuck they're doing, which is a great sign going forward.
Yes.
As far as I'm going to say.
Yes.
Okay. Daily's over. They don't win the money. Everybody's got to go home. This is where we find out it's the same house. I really hope these fucking people use the pools.
Fingers crossed. It does seem to be warmer now.
Maybe?
It does seem to be warmer. I noticed more people in like shorts at the elimination. Now, I also noticed people that had pulled their arms out of the shirts and were inside of the shirts like this.
Yeah.
So it might still be a little cold.
Who knows?
But I am also hoping for a pool situation. Berna Bertha freaks out about the bed. We already discussed that. Come on, Berna Bertha. Get it together.
It's just, it's not what
You like Berna Bertha too.
It's just not what I wanted for Berna Bertha. Mm-hmm. Like, I felt like we had a very good idea what Berna Bertha was. And like, when she left, she was just so strong. She had so many points. We were like, why is she with Nelly T here? This doesn't really make much sense.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Berna Bertha's going to be back. She's going to be back with vengeance and stuff like that. And that's not what I would call what we saw.
No.
I wouldn't call it that. Everybody runs around the house. Somebody blatantly lied to her that all the beds were taken, which I don't know if they were or they weren't, but that's neither here nor there. I wanted to know whether Michelle got the same bed. It was Mariah?
Yeah, it was Mariah that told her that the room was taken.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I wondered if Michelle got the same bed that she was in before. So,
yeah.
Like good journalists and podcasters, we reached out. We said, you know what question's coming. And we asked her, did you get the same bed? She has responded. She did not get the same bed. She actually got, I think, the last pick. I think she said she got Desi's bed. So who knows if that's good or not. But, it might still have Desi's scent on there, which would be a great thing, I imagine, Mm-hmm. Our girl Zaza is back. She decided needed to be featured more, and she decided to deliver by saying,
this is going to be my third time. You know what they say about 3 times? It's lucky.
Girl, that's not what they say.
Yeah, it is. 3rd time's the charm.
But she didn't say the charm. She didn't say 3rd time's the charm. She said it's like good. It's like 3rd time's the good luck. And I was like, close. Close. Real close.
That's a Nelly T-ism
It's a very
right
specific
there.
phrase, Zaza. Very specific phrase.
God love her.
But that's the thing. Anybody else, destroying them. This, kind of cute. Kind of cute.
Agreed. I love Zaza. We we got some Big T info at this point. We're outside. We're talking. Big T. Now, what I remember of Big T is that she's not good at this. I would equate her on a Josh level of skill and ability in the challenge world. Now, I haven't seen all of the seasons Big T was on. So maybe she did better when she was paired with CT.
You're right. You're right. Yeah.
Anyways, people are acting like she's got the game in her hands. She's acting like it, and then she's being like, "Oh, guys, I don't have this grandiose plan." And
She has
Huey's
no
like,
plan.
"Oh, come on, share with us. We know you have a plan." She's like, "There's no plan." And Huey, I love Huey, goes, Nobody thinks it. Why are you saying this? Nobody has ever been like, "Oh yeah, Big T's the one that's got a plan."
You know, if I'm ranking the people I think have a plan, it's Michelle, Jay, and then Big T right in a row. Right in a row. You know? That's my power ranking of people with plans. But if you think she had a plan, don't ask her, okay? Don't you dare ask Big T if she had a plan. She has... I want it officially on the record. Everybody pay very close attention. She does not have a plan.
Okay, so I have a master plan.
We were just saying.
God damn it, Big T. Damn it.
And the cherry on
What are you
top
doing?
of it. Okay, you have a plan. Now you have a plan, but you told everybody you don't have a plan, and Huey's like, nobody thinks you have a plan. Now you have a plan. Okay, what is your big plan, Big T? Give it to us. It's got to be so insightful. It's got to have so much brain power put behind it. The big
Levels.
plan is we're going to get a guy out. Oh, genius. What a genius. This girl is so smart. Now, to just layer on to the genius that is Big T, that again
Layer
everybody
on
knows,
or level on.
I don't like levels. Layer on, to pile onto it.
Oh,
She starts talking about her alliances. Steven, what is the problem with her alliances? If you could take a stab at what could possibly be the issue with this.
first of all, it appears to be that she has the Brady Bunch for an alliance because of all the squares they were in, and or her alliance is Hollywood Squares. If you want an even deeper pull than that, it appears that her alliance has, some might say, too many people on the alliance. Now,
Could it be?
I think I counted. Let's see, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 people, which is like a third of the cast, which is not as
Over
much
a
as
third.
the one from the other show that was all the girls but one. So also,
yeah.
I have to call this "I have a plan" into question because on the first episode, when you said you have a plan, that makes me think that your plan was not based off the fact that Mr. TJ told you about an hour and a half ago that there would be one male or female winner. That
Yeah.
makes me think you had a plan coming into that, which does not seem like you had one. So maybe she was right for a half a second.
I would argue that's not a plan. That is a strategy for this first week.
There you go. Yeah. Because, if they get the numbers real quick, it's a game over for you, which
Yeah.
they've already figured out.
And they did.
Yeah.
So great plan, Big T. Keep it up. You got it. Also, I just want to note, when she was listing her alliance, she was forgetting people. She was like, I think that's it, or something like that. And I was just like, God damn it.
Damn it, Big T.
So I feel confident in saying she's not going to make it to the final. But that's just my personal thought. So
So good. So good.
we get our first glimpse at a showmance. Michelle and Callum.
Oh,
I see them
boy.
sitting there. I'm like, this is a cute couple. They'd be cute.
Yeah.
They seem sweet. They stayed up all night talking. I love that. That means that there's like
Right.
not just a fucking relationship here. There's some
Yeah.
other stuff. This man has a motherfucking girlfriend because, of course, he has a motherfucking girlfriend. Of course he does.
Yeah, I mean, you would have been right. It would have been a great relationship if he wasn't already in one, which...
Maybe he's Mormon.
Maybe. But that's got to be talked about. That's got to be talked about early on,
Well, yeah, he said didn't he tell Michelle he's been talking to a girl for a few weeks?
That's exactly what he said. He was not able to specifically define it, which she kind of was like, you can just say if...
She asked the right questions.
Of course she did. This isn't Michelle's first rodeo.
And she is shining. I am rooting hard for her this season.
He was like, been talking, I don't know, 3 to 4 weeks. And I'm like, okay, that is still very new. You're talking for 3 to 4 weeks. You've probably hung out maybe a few times, not a lot. Mm-hmm. You probably haven't had a full adult sleepover maybe yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're definitely not saying I love you to the person. Mm-hmm. You're not kissing your camera if you FaceTime them, and you're definitely not saying that they're your girlfriend, or if somebody was to ask you, if we were to put their name on television, what would it say? You would not say girlfriend for all 3 of those things.
You also wouldn't FaceTime them and say how much you miss them and that you're considering just leaving to be with them because there's nobody like them there.
Yeah, those would be the things that you would do if it was more than 3 to 4 weeks. But it wasn't because he said it.
Again, these people are on television. They are mic'd up. There are cameras everywhere. What do you think is going to happen?
In Callum's defense...
Oh, please. The floor is yours.
He grew up loving the Jersey Shore, okay? And Michelle is Jersey Shore adjacent. So how dare you? Let the man have his cake and eat it too, okay?
I mean,
he's just a man with a lot of tattoos and an English accent, and he loves the Jersey Shore, okay? So...
Michelle is one of one, and that is one thing he said that I agree with. She is one of one, and she deserves better than a guy that has a girlfriend. So
yeah, I think, you know what? Again, look at us being allies, ladies, who've just found this show. Look at us.
We love women. Big women lovers.
We love women. We think they should have boyfriends that don't already have girlfriends.
Yes.
What other podcast are you going to listen to that says that? Answer none of them. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Big allies over here.
Always.
So don't even do it.
Always.
I'm telling you, the very first season that Michelle was on, I was hesitant. I wasn't sure. I'm all in now. I'm all in now.
I was always Team Michelle. I was Team Michelle before it was cool to be Team Michelle. I am a hipster Team Michelle ally. I liked Michelle before Tom Holland tweeted about liking Michelle.
Whoa. I bet you also have a Michelle t-shirt from the original tour.
Sure. Michelle with 1 L, baby. I love you.
Did you not get what that was a reference to?
No.
They're a band. It's the first tour they went on, so you got a shirt at the first tour before they went on the big tour. Huh?
Michelle is a person.
Nixie, we're the idea.
Are we making chicken salad again? I can't do
this. No. The idea is that we're saying you were like, oh, it was cool to like, and I thought you were
I got
like,
you.
oh, it was
I'm
cool
back
to like.
on. I'm sorry, and that's on me, and I apologize. I don't have a T-shirt, but I do have the set list, and she signed it. We're back on.
There you go. See, you got a guitar pick. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. She's back in.
Let's get to the vote. Let's get to the vote that wasn't the vote because for some reason they all met to talk and then voted again.
Dislike.
What's up with that?
Dislike. Strongly dislike.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. I'm sorry.
I will say this reminds me of when I'm on my rewatch backwards again, which I've been crazy busy with current shows, but I'm still catching an episode here and there of Old Challenge. This was a thing in Old Challenge where they would sit in a room and all talk together. So I guess they're trying that again. I don't like it.
It's okay, but I mean, Jessica did.
She ruined it.
And maybe that's kind of what we're hoping to get is some of these little arguments.
Yeah.
But based off what we saw after this, when they go to the arena and they actually vote, it doesn't matter what happens there because it's all going to be down to the first person or the first two people, or the first three people that vote. That's all going to matter.
Yes. I agree with you fully. Also, like, if they're going to do this couch, everybody sit down and talk, fine, put the votes in then.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to do it out there. Like, you have a room with the ball machine somewhere in this house. Do the little ball suck up thing again. You know, bring the bunny back. Let's do that. Right?
I wonder if that room still exists.
Ooh, they had to take out the ball sucky up machine somehow?
Yeah. Yeah, or people were like putting their arms in it, so they had to lock the door. Not that I would immediately put my arm in it to see what happened.
Or other body parts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gross.
Put my mouth over it and just press the button. I'm 8. Anyways.
You spit into it and hit the button real quick?
Yeah, and watch it go.
Whoop. It took it. It took it. Great.
Their little hopper machine is just full of random shit that I tried to shove in there to get sucked
They
up.
get drunk one night and just throw cans in it, right? And then like somebody's got to I told you guys don't keep putting things in the skip machine.
Mr. TJ at the Elimination, he's like, all right, guys, we're going to do the vote. But before we do that, listen, the janitor's really annoyed with you guys putting shit in the hopper. We're not doing a hopper right now, okay? Things are molding in there.
This is not the place to put your used condoms, okay? We showed you where the used condoms go, okay? Also, we clearly put a sign that we taped on there that says toilet paper only, okay? No feminine hygiene products, no paper towels. None of that.
You guys are clogging it, and then the hopper's all fucked up. You can't do this to us, okay?
This is a septic tank system here, okay? Can't put that stuff in. Oh God.
Fuck. Well, at this fucking conversation, Jessica says that she knows she's gonna lose. She just wants to help everybody win.
What
the fuck? What the fuck? I wrote down if you can help by leaving.
Bizarre. This might be one of the most bizarre speeches I have ever seen on this show. It is up there. I'm going to help you. Also, if I win, I would just donate the money. Assaf should have murdered her right there.
Yeah.
Assaf should have just come up, punched her in the face and says, I have a kid. I need a house. I don't do jobs. I just do reality shows. How dare you donate my money to charity? Yeah. That's what Assaf should have done. And then would have gone, wow, wow, wee, wow, right over the top of her face as she was dying. Should have been the only move.
That whole speech. And then for her to be surprised that she was getting votes when they were at the elimination. And then she voted for herself.
It's not as bizarre that she voted for herself as Horacio did not vote for her. Honestly, that's not good for Horacio.
I would like to state that I disagree. I thought it was the hottest thing ever. So attractive. So incredibly attractive to just be like, is Jessica going in? Absolutely. Is there absolutely no reason for me to say a different name? 150%. But am I going to fucking do it because I can? You bet your sweet fucking ass I am. He seems pissed. I think he's still mad about what happened last season and him getting like kicked out of the final without being able to finish. I think he's still mad. Yeah, he seems mad. Every 3 times I saw him, he didn't seem happy, Horacio.
I It could be that. I don't know what it could be. Maybe that everybody's kind of competing together. Him as like a competitor the way he is, I can see him be like, why am I going to help other people get money? Like, I'm donating to them by me working hard. They're going to get more money if I don't win. That's kind of bullshit. I can see that being a logic for him, right?
Yep.
Still, I just thought, I was like, I don't think. Now, if there was a bunch of vets there, that move would be much more important because they'd be like, he can't even go along with everybody else voting for this. We can't. And then look how well he did. We got to get him out now.
Yes,
I agree. Because we don't have that system, you have all these other people. I don't think they see that as like a challenge move that would be questioned by like every vet ever on the history of the show. Which means he'll probably get away with it and make it to the final. Again,
I also think he's going to get away with it. I don't think that he will see any repercussions for this at all.
That's the thing. This lines up really good, I think, for Jay and Michelle, who have, I guess, the most experience.
I think they're up there, and I would also say they seem to understand what an alliance is, and that it really shouldn't be half the fucking cast.
Half the house. Yeah, because you're going to have to turn on them at some point, and then you're going to be the one that gets your head cut off. Yeah. Okay. So, great twist. I don't even know if it was a twist. I feel like I saw this coming from a mile away.
Yeah.
That the person that went down was going to be able to pick who they went against. Did you see this coming from as far away as I did?
Yeah, it was either I thought that was going to be the case, or whoever got the second most amount of votes, which maybe that's why Horacio threw the Big T out there, just to see. I'm also curious if Jessica would have picked Big T if Horacio didn't throw a vote on her.
I think she saw the rope and thought she might not have great upper body.
She's so much bigger than her, though. I would have taken, if I was Jessica, I would have taken Melissa, or I would have taken Colleen.
Maybe Melissa. I don't know. But Melissa, I mean, she's a mom. She got that mom strength. I'd be afraid of any of those people. So
that's true.
This ended before I thought Big T actually got the hammer. I just thought she fell through the glass. I don't know if anybody else felt that way because I saw it coming up. But I also saw the rope getting pulled back. So I thought, we're going to have a tug of war here to get to the thing, and then all of a sudden Big T just fell through the glass. I was like, I guess she got that. And I saw the hammer falling, and I was like, she did get it.
I was surprised how easily that glass broke, because I was thinking while it was happening, I was like, I'd be like kind of stomping my foot a little bit, start getting some cracks, so that when I do get the hammer, because I've seen past eliminations where they're like this, and it's thick ass glass, and they gotta fucking pound that shit. But she hit it once and it was done.
One and done. They maybe said, hey, it's going to break as soon as you hit it, so please don't, like, stomp around up there.
Yeah.
How close to that happening was it really? Can you imagine, like, mid-thing, they're, like, pulling the thing off, and, like, she, like, puts her hand down to pick something up, and it just falls, they all fall through real quick. Hold on, reset.
Yeah, that's a very big possibility. I mean, I think we all knew Big T was going to come out with the victory on this one. Wasn't very suspenseful. Did you like this elimination?
Yeah, I don't have any problem with it. I found it to be like there wasn't really a strategy. It was what I feel is a flagship elimination.
Absolutely.
There's like
it's a classic.
We got some of these like quick ones, and it's not a diet challenge elimination, although I can see how some people might think it is.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're there yet. We're there yet. I thought it was fine for the first one. It kind of sets the tone. We don't need to do like an 8-hour endurance thing right out of the gate.
Yep.
Let's just get the train moving and keep it going to the next episode, get in and get out. And now we've kind of told people what the setup is. And I'm here for it. Great start to the season, I feel, Mix. Great start.
I agree. I thought it was a great jumping off point, this elimination. I thought it was great. I loved the slow-mo. Big T's big ass breaking through the floor, hanging in victory, and very late this week.
the week.
It has to be the latest one ever in the history of this show.
It was good. I liked it. It was swinging in the harness. I love a nice ass harness shot because they really like yank them. You know what I'm talking about?
You do. You've stated that before on this show.
Yeah, it's a good easy ass of the week win. There was some other good ass shots in the hole, but nothing very clean and clear like I got with this harness. And it was slow-mo. You know I love slow-mo too. So it just had to happen. It was a very late one, but we got it in. Big T, week 1 ass of the week.
Now, I'm going to speak for the people that might try to DM you, Mixie, and say Mariah getting pulled out of the hole and you got big side cheek. Wow.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember his name. Big Ed was clearly just staring at the buns, getting pulled out of the hole. How that wasn't it. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, she's going to be fine on this show in Ass of the Week.
I feel confident that Mariah will get a crown sooner rather than later.
At least one, you know?
She's got a dumpy, to say the least. She's got a Tonka truck back there, and we're going to see it, and I'm excited for that.
One thing I do want to mention, I know the music is back on the show. I like the music. Here's the issue, gang. Now that we're on YouTube, if I decide to play any of the music, we get flagged.
We're fucked.
So, we're fucked on that. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn music selections into a Hotties poll each week.
Oh,
So if you're listening and you're a Hot Take Hotties member, which all you got to do is go into the episode description, click the link, go to Facebook. It's where we kind of discuss the show. It's not like a big Reddit page. You're not going to see a whole bunch of stuff all the time. We
No
just like to have
spoilers.
fun. No spoilers in there. So this is where you get to vote on what you think the song of the week was. So you can head over there and do that. If enough of you comment on YouTube of like you want it over there, guess what you can do? You can just comment what your favorite song was over there too. So I believe there was 3 of them this week. It was weird because I was like, oh yeah, they have music on this version of the show.
Yeah.
For some reason versus the other versions, which doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't
But
make
they
sense.
do.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It does. It does. So there's 3 songs. I'm gonna say my pick is the Major Lazer "Light It Up." I really like that song. It was a remix. So I feel like
I'm
Mix,
gonna
you're
go
also
with
on
that
board with
too.
that song too. Yeah.
Yep.
I kind of felt that way.
I've never heard that raw one.
I think that's a new one.
Never
Yeah.
heard that before in my life.
I
Not
like
a fan.
it. The other one was Future Royalty, The Clock. It was the one earlier in the show. So
Yeah. That raw one reminds me of those awful songs they put on Love is Blind. If you guys watch Love is Blind, you know what I'm talking about.
we'll have to talk about that later. I got to figure that out. Guys, thanks for joining us. Again, if this is your first time, I hope you made it all the way to the end. Please let us know what you felt about the show. If you do it in a subpar review, we'll call you out. No big deal. That's fine. We appreciate you. We love you, and we will see you next week. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.